Hello and welcome to Better Body Movement. This class is designed to walk you through some of the most commonly corrupted movement patterns and help you to fix those in order to start feeling well throughout the day. So what we'll do is we're going to start with some self-myofascial release or self-massage in order to loosen the tight muscles in your body. Then we're going to get into a workout routine that actually will teach you how to completely change the way that you move in order to feel well. I'm excited that you've joined us. Please like this video or subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, you're going to get notifications of when we do go live, as well as any new videos that we post. So you do those right now, that way we make sure we have them done. We'll see you in a little bit. Another way to work the quadriceps and the IT band is using a massage stick. The upper part of the leg is made up of four different muscles known as the quadricep. The quadricep is made up of the rectus femoris, being the most superficial muscle. The vastus medialis runs on the inside, the vastus lateralis runs on the outside, and the vastus intermedius runs deep, directly under the rectus femoris. The three deepest muscles connect on the femur and just above the knee, whereas the rectus femoris passes from the ilium all the way over the kneecap into the tibia, passing two joints. Using a foam roller, work the front of the quad and into the side of the TFL band with the toe and knee against the wall. Start rolling the foam roller down the quad with your hands. If you feel a tender or tight spot, hold in that position and quickly press the roller back and forth over the tight spot. Gradually work your way down the entire front of the leg toward the knee. Continue to change positions, working through the front of the quad. When you feel a tender spot, maintain pressure and quickly jostle the massage stick up and down. Then transition to the side of the leg. With the foot against the wall, press the roller in the same manner, pushing it down the side of the leg. Try to relax the leg while the foam roller works into the muscle tissue. I find this to be the best release for my IT bands. Another way to work the quadriceps and the IT band is using a massage stick. Allowing the leg to relax, start with firm pressure just above the kneecap, dragging pressure all the way up towards the hip. Change the position slightly and continue to pull up the quad. When you feel a tender spot that feels like a knot, you're going to apply pressure and shake it back and forth. Notice the rollers are not actually moving. The pressure just stays in one spot. When you finish about 30 pulses, continue to pull up the leg. If you find there's too much tension in the quad, straighten the knee and allow the leg to fully relax. This can help you get deeper into the tissue. Again, each time you find a tender spot, continue to relax into it. Create quick movements through the tender spots and finish with a pull up towards the hip. A more intense way to work the quads is laying in a plank position using a foam roller. In this position, you can roll up and down the quads looking for the most tender part. Once you find the tender part, bend the knees and then relax down slowly. Then flex into the foam roller by straightening your knees tight. After you complete 7 to 10 repetitions there, draw circles with the feet, both clockwise and counterclockwise. Relax and breathe, adjusting as necessary, making sure you relax the quad. The final and most intense work we're going to do is with the lacrosse ball. Laying on your stomach, use a book under the lacrosse ball. Place the lacrosse ball directly on the quadricep. You may have to move the ball around to find a few different spots that are tender. When you find the most tender ones, bend the knee, allowing the muscle to stretch, and then straighten the knee, contracting the muscle over top of the lacrosse ball. Continue this for 7 to 10 repetitions. When you find a spot that needs extra attention, get yourself a little more comfortable, allowing your head to rest. Change positions by rotating the leg in or out based on the type of work that you need. To work more medially, simply roll your body over, exposing more of the inside of the leg. The upper part of the leg is made up of 4 different muscles known as the quadriceps. The quadriceps is made up of the rectus femoris, being the most superficial muscle. The vastus medialis runs on the inside, the vastus lateralis runs on the outside, and the vastus intermedius runs deep, directly under the rectus femoris. The 3 deepest muscles connect on the femur and just above the knee, whereas the rectus femoris passes from the ilium all the way over the kneecap into the tibia, passing 2 joints. Using a foam roller, work the front of the quad and into the side of the TFL band with the toe and knee against the wall. Start rolling the foam roller down the quad with your hands. If you feel a tender or tight spot, hold in that position and quickly press the roller back and forth over the tight spot. Gradually work your way down the entire front of the leg toward the knee. Continue to change positions, working through the front of the quad. When you feel a tender spot, maintain pressure and quickly jostle the massage stick up and down. Then transition to the side of the leg. With the foot against the wall, press the roller in the same manner, pushing it down the side of the leg. Try to relax the leg while the foam roller works into the muscle tissue. I find this to be the best release for my IT bands. Another way to work the quadriceps and the IT band is using the massage stick. Allowing the leg to relax, start with firm pressure just above the kneecap, dragging the pressure all the way up towards the hip. Change the position slightly and continue to pull up the quad. When you feel a tender spot that feels like a knot, you're going to apply pressure and shake it back and forth. Notice the rollers are not actually moving. The pressure just stays in one spot. When you finish about 30 pulses, continue to pull up the leg. If you find there's too much tension in the quad, straighten the knee and allow the leg to fully relax. This can help you get deeper into the tissue. Again, each time you find a tender spot, continue to relax into it. Create quick movements through the tender spots and finish with a pull up towards the hip. A more intense way to work the quads is laying in a plank position using a foam roller. In this position, you can roll up and down the quads looking for the most tender part. Once you find a tender part, bend the knees and then relax down slowly. Then flex into the foam roller by straightening your knees tight. After you complete 7 to 10 repetitions there, draw circles with the feet, both clockwise and counterclockwise. Relax and breathe, adjusting as necessary, making sure you relax the quad. The final and most intense work we're going to do is with the lacrosse ball. Laying on your stomach, use a book under the lacrosse ball. Place the lacrosse ball directly on the quadricep. You may have to move the ball around to find a few different spots that are tender. When you find the most tender ones, bend the knee, allowing the muscle to stretch, and then straighten the knee, contracting the muscle over top of the lacrosse ball. Continue this for 7 to 10 repetitions. When you find a spot that needs extra attention, get yourself a little more comfortable, allowing your head to rest. Change positions by rotating the leg in or out based on the type of work that you need. To work more medially, simply roll your body over, exposing more of the inside of the leg.
Tip the couch. No, it wasn't that way. I tipped it the other way. It wasn't there. So she's tall, taller than I am, which doesn't take much. But anyway, so she reached a couple things up in the cupboard and I said, then come in the bathroom because I might have an old one of these. I actually found one that I had saved. Probably at the time thinking, what the heck am I saving this for? But there was a lid. So I know that somewhere in that couch, we couldn't figure out where is that lid.
Right. Oh, funny. It's amazing how that happens, isn't it?
But days.
Come on.
Days.
All right. Okay, good. There, the mute came off. Good morning, Carol. Good to see you in here. And we are going to get started with our dedicates and then move into our verse of the day and then just get started with our upper body workouts. So yesterday really ran through all of the dedicates here. So just keep them in prayer as we go through this. I'll put it up on our on the top of the screen as we continue our workouts, so if you want to dedicate one person as we go. But the big ones that we get more communication on are Sky seems to be doing pretty well. I have an update from them that I need to get into so I can get another update this week. Erin, be praying for Lois, so she should be in full recovery mode at home. Lois is taking care of her for the next couple of weeks, if not a month, so just praying for them. And then Carol, knee surgery coming up, 2 days, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next day, 2 days. What day is that? Thursday. So good luck, Carol. We're praying for you.
Yes.
Fast recovery, and hopefully we get you scheduled up or have you on the schedule already with Tim. That'd be great. And that's pretty much it. Barb and Tom still praying for them. And then our verse of the day. This is a really good one. For the word of God is living and active, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the division of soul and of spirit, of joint and marrow, and discerning the thoughts and intentions of the heart. We can't say that we live as Christians and not abide in what the Word of God says. Like, it will cut through us and it will change us. That's the only way that it works. I mean, if we're actually attributing our lives to the Christian life, you have to be in the Word of God. It has to transform you and change you because it tells us basically how we are to live. So if we're not living according to that, what good is it? What is the purpose of that? So just really an awesome verse right there. So out of Hebrews.
The word is God. The word is of God. I remember that whole phrase.
Verse, yeah.
The word is God. That's part of it.
All right. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you in here as well. We are going to jump into our workout. So let's go ahead and get the warm-up started here. And remember, these are the tools that you would need if you're going to follow along with each one, anyone. And remember, you can jump from the basic to the advanced or to the intermediate on each exercise. So just find one that works for you for whatever we're doing and then try to follow along with that.
Ready.
You can always challenge with a different exercise. You don't always have to stay in the same one. Just see what it feels like to do it a little bit different. That's the whole point of having different leaders up here showing you how we can do that, okay? All right. Good, small circles. Then we rotate them backwards. Go backwards through those circles. There we go, large circles forward. Again, anytime we're doing circles, we want the shoulders to be going through that range of motion with your arms, okay? So up, forward, really reach the shoulders forward, pinch them back, trying to open up all that work. For YFC last night, we went sledding in Ventura. I can already tell I'm going to be really, really sore. Like my butt, my legs. I did pull Lauren all the way up the hill once, so put the string around my waist and just went trucking up. And I got to prove to myself I can still do it.
No matter how big she gets.
No matter how big she gets, we're doing this. Eventually, I think the cord's just going to break right off the sled. Then I don't have to do it. All right, go to internal, external rotations. Again, take those shoulders with it. Remember, if you need to, you can continue that as you march. Right? But we do want to get those feet moving. Nice lift on those knees. Get the legs going. Snowshoed for an hour, Chris. That is awesome. I bet you are sore. That is a lot of work. Did your partner in crime go with you for a whole hour? Okay, good leg swings. Again, remember, let that leg just kind of droop, go back and forth. I bet she's super tired, huh? Chris's puppy gets a little winded. The older she gets. Maya, right? Pretty sure. Good leg swings. Again, just loose joint, just kind of guiding that leg through its swinging motion. We're not trying to force or kick it really high. Just keep that joint loose. Switch legs. We just switched. Should have. There we go, hip flexors. Remember, with your hip flexor, make sure that back leg, we want the back knee straight, okay? So when I set this up, I want to straighten that back leg all the way, and then I'm going to tuck my hips underneath, okay? So there's a difference between my butt hanging out, right, and tucking my butt under, but also I'm not going to have my butt out and just lean back. That also doesn't help us, right? I want to actually tuck underneath and squeeze that leg straight, okay? Yes, Noel. I don't think we've had Noel online in a while. He's really sore. He's not used to that, huh? So that's funny.
3, 2, 1. Get ready to row.
Okay, here we go into the rows. So our first one, again, just like Jenny here, you want to think you're leaning against a wall,
2,
holding
1.
your shoulders back.
Row.
Right? Again, you're pinching the shoulder blades all the way together behind you as much as you can, but also pull down towards the floor. So your elbows should be pressing down towards your hips, as low as you can get to your hips. Take those shoulders out of your ears and back behind you. Then
That's
you create
halfway.
a nice tight pull into the wall, or if you have bands, make sure you get a good contraction with those bands. If you're pulling your elbows all the way behind you, you don't have enough tension on the band. Scoot back so your elbows go right to your ribs.
3,
Right? That's
2,
where I want you.
1. Transition to chest press.
Okay, here we go. Rotate around for the chest press. Remember, you can do push-ups. You can do push-ups against the wall or a countertop. I find works usually pretty well.
3, 2, 1. Chest press.
Or if you have bands, make sure, again, good control of that motion, right? Driving the elbows to your center. Well, and if it wasn't enough, I actually started working out with some friends of mine again yesterday morning, and
That's
I did this
halfway.
workout. Actually, on the third round, I said, man, I can't believe I make my ladies do this. It was a good workout. So it all comes down to how you squeeze, how you focus, intentionality,
Transition to biceps curl.
that all makes a big difference.
Three, two, one. Biceps curl.
Very good. Bicep curls. Remember, stay nice and tall as we do this movement, okay? We don't want to be pressing down. We don't want to change our shoulder position. Anytime we activate, especially our biceps, right, we don't want to be changing the position of our upper body, right? So if I go to lift something that's kind of heavy, I want to be able to set my shoulders in place and curl it up to set it where it needs to go, okay? So that's our focus. Set those shoulder blades down and back.
3, 2, 1. Transition to triceps overhead press.
Okay, triceps overhead. And remember, if you have bands and you're
3,
wall,
2,
okay, kind of like
1.
this,
Triceps overhead.
I want to make sure my shoulders don't shrug all the way up to my ears, right? I want to keep my shoulders out of my ears and then straighten the elbows, okay? Big part of this, okay? And you can play around with different positions of the elbow. Try to get them up by your head, see if those shoulders can
That's
stay in
halfway.
place, right? Or drop the elbows forward a little bit and then press through, right? If you don't have that set up, that's fine. Again, press down, pull up as hard as you can, all the while staying in a tall, tight position.
3, 2, 1. Transition to fly.
Good. Okay, into the fly. Remember, if you're using washcloths on the wall, the farther out your feet are, the more difficult it is going to be when you're in that wide
3,
position.
2,
No matter what,
1. Fly.
put that beach ball right in front of the chest. It's hovering there. You want to drive your elbows into that beach ball, or you should feel the front of your armpit squeeze. Okay, so that front armpit spot, that's what we're trying to squeeze. So you want to squeeze your armpit nice and tight.
That's halfway.
That's how we make sure we activate the right muscles on the front of the chest, and we don't just use, a couple shoulder muscles that shouldn't be doing the movement. Inch the armpit, pack right here, like you're squeezing to the center
3,
of the chest.
2. Transition to pull apart.
Very good. Turn around for pull aparts. And remember,
3,
if you have
2,
any static
1.
holds,
Pull
try to
apart.
grab her towel here. If you're going to do that, I want you to make sure you're pulling or ripping apart as much as you can. If you go to an external rotation, whether you're using a towel, right, or a resistance band, we're wanting to set the shoulders first, right? So again,
That's
pull
halfway.
tight, then create your external rotation. Either way, we're always focused on what are those shoulder blades doing? Are they staying in position? Are we able to hold and contract them to maintain scapular stability? Okay, that's what we call it, scapular stability.
3, 2, 1. Transition to hammer curl.
Here we go, good hammer curls. And the difference here is position of the hands. Right?
3,
Before we go
2,
palm up,
1.
now we go palm
Hammer
up,
curls.
jump. For the example, right, we have the bicep tendon. If my palm is flat, the bicep tendon's here. If I go hand up, it changes the length or the position of that bicep tendon just by changing the position.
That's halfway.
Okay, so that's why we work it the way we do. Okay, thumbs up, squeeze hard. If you have a towel, rip that towel apart. That band, just keep working through that band, creating the compression. Right? That bicep.
3, 2, 1. Transition to tricep press down.
Good. Tricep press down. Last one of the round. right into our
3,
wrist.
2, 1. Tricep press down.
The fingers don't. So remember.
That's halfway.
Then you can have a real loose grip. You know, just kind of grip off your fingers first. Okay, good tight squeeze through your shoulder blades. Pinch that bra strap down in the back behind
3,
you as hard as you
2,
can.
1. Rest.
Awesome. Long rest. Make sure you get a drink, and then we'll get back into round 2. Remember, think about your goals, your objectives, what your body needs. Okay, if your body needs to just connect to all the stability factors that we have, right? But
That's halfway.
while we create movement, go nice and slow. Really connect that tissue and make sure it all is staying in place. If you want more repetitions or more resistance, the more you increase resistance, the more strength we build, the more repetitions we add, the more our heart is going to really start pumping because you use a greater
3,
amount of oxygen.
2,
So
1.
think through it.
Get ready to row.
And then get what you need out of each exercise, right? Because obviously I did the same exercise as you guys, and I'm
3,
still
2,
right,
1.
having issues
row.
from it. It all depends on how you do the exercises and what you're trying to get out of it, okay? Good core compression, shoulder blades down and back. Squeeze nice and tight.
That's halfway.
Shoulder blades, shoulder blades, shoulder blades. That's what it's all about today. Butt and belly, right? Get those contracted, but then set and squeeze
3,
your shoulder blades down
2,
and back.
1. Transition to chest press.
Awesome.
Three, 2, 1. Chest press.
And remember, tall and tight or compressed. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back, nice and firm. Remember, ladies, doing your best.
That's halfway.
And again, anytime we create a push, we want to be stabilizing that spine, so we compress that core and kind of squeeze your butt cheeks nice and tight. Okay, then we can create a
3,
nice push through the body.
2, 1. Transition to bicep curl.
Good, bicep curls. Yeah, I'll catch Randy real quick.
3, 2, 1. Biceps curl.
Randy, you not okay?
That's halfway. Three, 2, 1. Transition to triceps overhead press. Three, 2, 1. Triceps overhead.
The healing process is so much faster. All right, so Randy said Aaron's surgery went really well. They did what they were intending to do, so now it's just the recovery process, the healing process.
That's halfway.
Her, as she goes through that healing process. Yeah, no weight. Usually when they take and move tendons and pull those tendons back into place or add them, you cannot create any sort of muscular contraction. Otherwise, you can take the
3,
tendon right off.
2,
So,
1. Transition to fly.
very diligent to make her aware of that. Because I think, so quite some time
3,
ago, my father
2, 1.
almost cut his hand
Fly.
off with a table saw. He was pushing a piece of wood through, and somehow he slipped off the board, but his hand like turned over and cut like the top of his hand, and so it had to have taken the skin kind of.
That's
anyway,
halfway.
Weird stuff. But after I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours, he said he felt like this snake-like thing go up his arm, and it must have been one of the tendons. So then he was talking to Tim about it. Oh, should I have him do something about that and try to pull it down? And he's like, well, what they're going to do is
3,
completely cut
2,
your arm open, grab
1.
the tendon, pull it all
Transition
the way
to
down,
pull apart.
and then you can't use your hand for 8 weeks because as soon as you bend your finger, they're going to just pop that tendon right off. And Gary's like, well, I don't sit around long enough for that to happen, so he didn't do
3,
anything with it.
2,
So his finger
1.
goes to here.
Pull apart.
He can't get his finger to go all the way straight anymore. Tendons are tough. Very good, ladies. Again,
That's
one,
halfway.
squeeze your cheeks tight together, hold that core nice and tight, shoulders in place, then create either that pull apart or external rotation. Again, you can do it with a band or a towel, either one, right? You can do a towel or a band, straight arms, towel or band,
3,
then
2,
toes.
1. Transition to hammer curl.
Awesome. Good. Hammer curls. Got 2 more in this round.
3, 2,
Do your best
1.
through the movement.
Hammer curls.
Good. Core compression, shoulder blades down and back. Compressing that core as tight as you possibly can.
That's halfway.
Good. Core compression, core compression. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Shoulder blades down and back, down and back. Squeeze nice and tight.
3, 2, 1. Transition to tricep press down.
Okay, tricep press downs. Again, remember, compress your core and keep your shoulders in place. It's really easy on the tricep press downs, I think.
3,
You rolled
2,
forward if the bands are
1.
in place.
Tricep press
Still
down.
trying to keep those shoulders down and arms tight to your ribs. Good. Tight squeeze. Or shoulder.
That's halfway.
Pinch that bra strap. Shoulder blades down and back. Awesome work, ladies. All the way through, doing your best to finish. Get those elbows nice and tight. Good squeeze.
3,
Compression.
2,
Pull.
1. Rest.
Awesome. Long rest. And get some water. Nice long break.
That's halfway. Three, 2, 1. Get ready to row.
Obviously, it takes a little bit extra,
3,
little extra bands
2,
to stick your hands inside
1.
of it and pull.
Row.
Okay, here we go. Good rows. As you get going, shoulders, core, and glutes, right? Get them all set in place and create a nice, tight squeeze. Again, elbows tight to the ribs. I don't want elbows flared out. I want the elbows tight to the ribs because it's going to show you
That's
how far
halfway.
back you're going, right? Your elbows should not be going past your shoulders, right? In this straight line down. And I want my elbow to my shoulder, or think shoulders behind the ears. Pull them down back and then squeeze those elbows.
3, 2, 1. Transition to chest press.
Awesome. Chest press, rotate around. Remember the beach ball in front of you. You're trying to squeeze that with the elbows. Drive to the
3,
center.
2, 1. Chest press.
Again, remember we're really squeezing the front of the armpit. Squeeze that nice and tight. Okay. Tight, tight, tight. Your best through the movement.
That's halfway.
Good compression. Your best, your best.
Three, 2, 1. Transition to biceps curl.
Okay, bicep curls. Remember, with your bicep curls, stay tall.
3,
Don't change
2,
your body position.
1. Biceps curl.
And there's a way that we can do bicep curls as well with the bands attached, right? I go palms kind of forward and down by my sides, and then create the squeeze. And obviously with the tension that's needed to make that happen, but again,
That's halfway.
shoulders set in place. I don't want to be rolling forward trying to curl. Set your shoulders down and back, then create your squeeze. Nice and tight, ladies. Nice and tight. Core. Think that belly wax coming for you. Tight compression. Squeeze your butt.
3,
Set your
2,
shoulders.
1. Transition to triceps overhead press.
Okay, triceps overhead.
Three, 2, 1. Triceps overhead.
Good core compression. Again, shoulders set down and back. One more core compression. And that's what we want. We want to feel it. Back of the arms.
That's halfway.
Your best. Uh-oh. We lost Carol. Didn't say goodbye. I wonder if Noel hit leave.
3,
Good,
2,
ladies.
1. Transition to fly.
Awesome. Okay, get ready for the flies. Remember, arms out wide, same deal. You're trying to pinch the front of that armpit and squeeze your elbows
3,
to your center.
2, 1.
Squeeze
Fly.
tight. Good, good, good.
That's halfway.
Ladies, doing your best all the way through. Create that good, tight core compression. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Doing your absolute best, ladies. Your absolute best.
3, 2, 1. Transition to pull apart.
Good. Ready for pull aparts.
Three, 2, 1. Pull apart.
Again, get tall and tight. Core compress, shoulder blades down and back. Squeeze nice and firm. Awesome.
That's halfway.
And pinch the elbows close to the body if you're doing external rotations. Right? I don't want the elbows coming out as you do this. Set the shoulders, squeeze the elbows hard to the ribs, then create the rotation. Okay, set the shoulders, squeeze the butt, squeeze the belly.
Transition to hammer curls.
Awesome, hammer curls. 2 more for round 3. We're almost done.
Three,
Maybe 1 round
2, 1. Hammer curls.
Okay, good. Nice hammer curls. Again, stay tall and tight. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Hold that compression nice and tight.
That's halfway.
Good, good, good. Squeeze tight. I think that belly wax coming for you. Press that core nice and hard, making sure you keep
3,
that firm.
2, 1. Transition to tricep press down.
Awesome. Tricep press down.
3, 2, 1. Tricep press down.
Tall and tight, core compress, shoulders, pinching that bra straps. When I say pinch the bra strap, I mean kind of that area where the bra strap would run all the way to the back. Okay? You're trying to unclip that with your
That's halfway.
Okay, so it should be going down into the center. Right? It's not just pinching your shoulder blades together in the middle, right? Because your shoulders can still stay up if I pinch back. But I want to reach down as far as I can, pinching those shoulder blades tight.
3,
Okay?
2, 1. Rest.
Awesome. Very good. Long rest. 1 more round, and then we are all done.
That's halfway.
Alright, halfway through our long rest. Remember, do your best this last round, whatever your best looks like, or what you
3, 2, 1. Get ready to row.
Here we go. Good, strong rows. Set the shoulders in place. Compress that core nice and tight.
3,
Not to get smashed
2,
in the stomach.
1. Row.
Here we go. Good pulls, good pulls. Again, driving those elbows towards the floor as much as you can. Pull nice and tight. Your elbows go past your shoulders. Scoot back a little bit. With
That's
your hands.
halfway.
Or create more tension, so that way you don't easily go all the way behind you. Right? You want just shoulders set in place, elbows in line with the shoulders. And just avoid this, where those shoulders roll forward. Roll them down,
3,
back, down, and back.
2, 1. Transition to chest press.
Awesome. Okay, rotate around chest press.
3, 2, 1. Chest press.
Good. Core compression. Stay tall and tight. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Press, compress, compress.
That's halfway.
Remember, do your absolute best through the movement. Core compress tight, tight, tight. Keep that low back in alignment. Don't want to lose that and arch the back. Re-squeeze.
3,
Re-squeeze.
2, 1. Transition to bicep curl.
Awesome. Bicep curls. Then when we create those bicep curls, make sure you keep the shoulders down and back. I don't want you reaching and
3,
shoulders rolling forward.
2, 1.
Set your shoulders,
Bicep curl.
then create your bicep curl. Unless you're fighting yourself, put a penny between your hands and crush the penny like a train Squeeze hard, hard, hard. Again, we're not changing our position to try to force more squeeze. We want to get as much squeeze as we can in a good position. Okay?
That's halfway.
Good, ladies. Squeeze all the way through, doing your absolute best. Tight squeeze.
3, 2, 1. Transition to triceps overhead press.
Very good.
Three, 2, 1. Triceps overhead.
Remember, for triceps, that's the back of the arms. We're trying to straighten that elbow nice and tight, okay? If you're fighting against yourself, you might not get it all the way down, right? Because then we will have to change our position. But you can fight yourself to a smaller range of
That's
motion
halfway.
and still get those muscles really tight, okay? Squeeze firm all the way through. Compress, 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 shoulder blades down and back.
3, 2, 1. Transition to fly.
Good.
Three, 2, 1. Fly.
Good, good. Core tight. But anytime we're doing fly motion, compress that core.
That's halfway.
As you squeeze, you're not arching your back to try to get the movement. You want to hold all of this tight the whole way down. Right? Should be one lever. Squeeze firm. Okay, good compression through that core. Holding those
3,
cheeks tight.
2, 1.
Awesome.
Transition to pull apart.
Good. Ready for the pull aparts. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Pull apart.
She said, like, great. Play ball. And
Hang out.
hang out and watch it. She said, the secret.
Cool.
So,
That's halfway.
Stay moving.
yes. And where's what for you?
Yeah, really. Wow, that's good. So Dwayne had lost Mary some 2 months ago.
3, 2, 1.
Can't remember the
Transition to hammer curl.
Yeah, so Dwayne's out having fun and getting to do stuff with family. So
3, 2,
okay,
1.
2 more.
Hammer curls.
Then we can get set for our self-myofascial release time. Okay, core nice and tight. Again, squeeze your butt, your legs tight, right? Planting into the ground. Firm, hold, compress. Do your best through it. We're not just passively
That's
standing
halfway.
and just bending our elbows. We're actively engaging. Compress your legs and your butt and your core. Tight base. Then squeeze up through your movement, right? Anytime we lift something with the arms, again, we don't want to be bending over and succumbing to
3,
the pressure.
2,
We want to fight
1.
that pressure.
Transition to tricep press down.
Awesome. Last one, ladies. Get set and ready. And do your best through it.
3, 2, 1. Tricep press down.
Good squeeze, nice and tight.
That's halfway.
Press. Because again, everything we're trying to do is learn how to stabilize the right parts of the spine and the body while we create movement of our extremities, our limbs. Squeeze tight, tight, tight.
3,
Your
2,
best.
1. Wait to be rock star.
All right. Well, very, very good work, ladies. That is it for today. Tomorrow we'll be doing our leg day, getting back into it. So things at our house are a little bit better. Ashley's been moving around, getting stuff taken care of. But Gabby ended up, I think I said that, Gabby ended up going down with a sore throat and fever, and today she's just kind of got a stuffy nose. So hopefully she's on the mend for the week as well. But Lauren's got a science fair project that she did, so she's going to be presenting that today for the actual science fair, and then tonight they have it for parents to go look at other kids' different science fair projects. So that's pretty cool. Movement. Motion is lotion. Motion is lotion. Makes things work. Okay, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you again tomorrow. Make sure, as always, do the SMR work that we've got either on today, or go back into the dashboard and pick something that you need to work on. If you feel good, wonderful, let's stay that way and be preemptive. So you still might do some of the work that we have available on the SMR work today. As a reminder, the way that I set up the SMR is a way to get started. It's not the end-all be-all. It gives you an opportunity to play around with the lacrosse balls for yourself, with the foam rollers, with the massage sticks. So make sure that you do what you need in order to start seeing the releases that you need for the muscle tissue that's really tight. Start restoring balance to your system. As always, ladies, I am here to help you move well so you live well.
The upper part of the leg is made up of 4 different muscles known as the quadricep. The quadricep is made up of the rectus femoris, being the most superficial muscle. The vastus medialis runs on the inside, the vastus lateralis runs on the outside, and the vastus intermedius runs deep directly under the rectus femoris. The 3 deepest muscles connect on the femur and just above the knee, whereas the rectus femoris passes from the ilium all the way over the kneecap into the tibia, passing 2 joints. Using a foam roller, work the front of the quad and into the side of the TFL band with the toe and knee against the wall. Start rolling the foam roller down the quad with your hands. If you feel a tender or tight spot, hold in that position and quickly press the roller back and forth over the tight spot. Gradually work your way down the entire front of the leg toward the knee. Continue to change positions, working through the front of the quad. When you feel a tender spot, maintain pressure and quickly jostle the massage stick up and down. Then transition to the side of the leg. With the foot against the wall, press the roller in the same manner, pushing it down the side of the leg. Try to relax the leg while the foam roller works into the muscle tissue. I find this to be the best release for my IT bands. Another way to work the quadriceps and the IT band is using the massage stick. Allowing the leg to relax, start with firm pressure just above the kneecap, dragging the pressure all the way up towards the hip. Change the position slightly and continue to pull up the quad. When you feel a tender spot that feels like a knot, you're going to apply pressure and shake it back and forth. Notice the rollers are not actually moving. The pressure just stays in one spot. When you finish about 30 pulses, continue the pull up the leg. If you find there's too much tension in the quad, straighten the knee and allow the leg to fully relax. This can help you get deeper into the tissue. Again, each time you find a tender spot, continue to relax into it. Create quick movements through the tender spots and finish with a pull up towards the hip. A more intense way to work the quads is laying in a plank position using a foam roller. In this position, you can roll up and down the quads looking for the most tender part. Once you find a tender part, bend the knees and then relax down slowly. Then flex into the foam roller by straightening your knees tight. After you complete 7 to 10 repetitions there, draw circles with the feet, both clockwise and counterclockwise. Relax and breathe, adjusting as necessary, making sure you relax the quad. The final and most intense work we're going to do is with the lacrosse ball. Laying on your stomach, use a book under the lacrosse ball. Place the lacrosse ball directly on the quadricep. You may have to move the ball around to find a few different spots that are tender. When you find the most tender ones, bend the knee, allowing the muscle to stretch, and then straighten the knee, contracting the muscle over top of the lacrosse ball. Continue this for 7 to 10 repetitions. When you find a spot that needs extra attention, get yourself a little more comfortable, allowing your head to rest. Change positions by rotating the leg in or out based on the type of work that you need. To work more medially, simply roll your body over, exposing more of the inside of the leg.